Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people. All right, man. Thanks so much for joining us here again. New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. We are now continuing along in our series on the book How to Be Rich. And today we'll be finishing up on the section which is attitudes that stand between us and money. Attitudes that stand between us and money. Thanks so much for joining us here this morning, man. While you guys are connecting, good morning to you, by the way. Go and let us know where you are connecting from. It's a great day to be alive. It's another magnificent Monday. Oh man, it's a great day to make some money. It's a wonderful day to make some money. The weekend is out over and is ready to get this thing on the road. Good morning to you, by the way. Attitudes that stand between us and money. Now, what we have kind of learned is as we recap, fear is one of those things, procrastination, self-pity. What else have we learned along the way? Some attitudes that stand between us and money: worry, anxiety. What else does it say? That was self-pity. If you're bad with money, you're a bad manager of money. And so they will be finishing up the attitudes that stand between us and money. Well, thanks so much for joining. This is just a time where we get together and we understand it's about 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day to keep broke away. 30 minutes of reading to level up in our thinking, to change the way that we think. And we'll change our life, fix our mind, and we fix our money. And that's the premise here. So happy for you guys to join us here this morning as you're serious. Those that join us are serious. They're serious about leveling up. And so that's just exactly what we're here to do today. Well, I'm not going to belabor and take up too much of your time because I want to get right into this thing. I want to make sure we finish this today. This is the last, a little bit of section. I think we got about 4 more pages left to go. And how to be rich. Well, you know what time it is, man. Time to make the donuts. Mr. DJ, hit the music. Oops.
Oh, the words from the pages change your world. Your world, they can change your heart. They can change your mind. They can change your life. Black Wall Street can change your world.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, CEO of ERGJ Black Bazaar. Matter of fact, we've got a special going on right now for Black Bazaar. Free shipping and 10% off if you spend over $100 with us. That's right. Free shipping plus 10% off if you spend over $100 with us. That's especially going to go through Wednesday, by the way. Wednesday, that's a special day. Yeah, Wednesday is a special day. That just happened to be my birthday. That's right. Yeah, Wednesday is my special day. So we got a special going through my special day. But anyway, man, thanks so much for joining us this morning as well. I'm not only the CEO of a couple of stores or a couple of businesses, also I am an international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. That's right, The Black Billionaires Club. It's the study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I wrote this book because I was tired of seeing everybody else. I didn't know what we looked like. And then when I came across, I realized, man, there's some people we don't know who the richest Black person in the world is today, things like that. And so you want to pick up this book, you want to learn from the wealthy, you want to learn you want to learn from rich dad and rich uncle and rich auntie and not all the broke folk. Well, pick this book up today. Again, I just believe that if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. That's right. If you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. You can pick this book up at theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. Not only is it a book, guys, but it's also a club. It is a real club, a club of business people, a club of people that are serious about winning with money. And so we get together regularly to hold one another accountable to success. That's right. Last night we had our mastermind meeting. Tomorrow on Tuesday, we'll be doing our teaching or our training on how to profit. And we just want to show you how to level up. And we want to hold you accountable to all the great things that you say you're going to do, but you ain't around like-minded people. Well, let's just say you are around like-minded people. You're around the people that you choose to be around, but how many guys are actually around people who are serious about winning with money? That's the thing, right? We always talk about like-mindedness, but we tend to find ourselves hanging around like-minded broke folk. How about that? And so we want to give you the opportunity to change your circle. If you're the smartest and the wisest and the richest in the room, it's time to find a new room, and the Black Billionaires Club is your new room. All you got to do is simply go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, click Join the BBC to change your life forever. Who knew that a $20 decision can separate the real from the fake? Who knew that a $20 decision can get you around the right people at the right time to help you level up in life? Well, that's right, a $20 decision. Because here's the deal, guys. Most people simply won't make it. They'll spend more money on popcorn than they will on themselves. That's right. They'll spend more money on concerts than they will on themselves. Don't be that person. Be the person that chooses to work harder on yourself than you do on that job. You'll see very quickly how fast your life changes. You become a person that takes control of your life. Good morning to you, Instagram Live, YouTube Live. Miss Shonda Johnson up in the house. Vivian Reed, my main sis, go on ahead, join us. Thanks so much this morning. Mr. Mark Danes up in the house. Thanks so much for joining us Instagram Live. Mr. A.B. Mr. A.B. Knows up in the house. Miss Healthy Living Tamika. Girl, we got to get together. I ain't seen you in a while. Thanks so much for joining. Hey, and whoever else that is here on Instagram Live, thanks so much for joining as well. Hey, it's time for us to get into our changing the way that we think. That's right. We're trying to change the way that we think here with our Millionaire Mindset Makeover. That's right. You can get these flashcards. I owe somebody some flashcards. She just sent me her shipping address, by the way. Well, we got about 3 packages left. 21 days, it says, to change the habit. Well, we got 21-day flashcards to change the way that we think. Changing it into $1 million mindset so you have $1 million bank account. Okay. Hey, day number 8 says no regrets. No regrets. Everybody put that in the comment below. No regrets. Today, I'm letting go of could-haves, would-haves, and should-haves. I have no regrets. That's right. Today, I'm letting go of the would-haves. I'm letting go of the could-haves. I'm letting go of the should-haves. Today, I have 0. I have no regrets. And we learned this other day. Just simply say, I'm okay with that. All the stuff in the past, I'm okay with. That's brought me to where I am right now in the present. And right now, in this present, I have no regrets. Why? Because I got the power to change. I got the power to choose. I got the power to turn it all around right now. No regrets. I'm letting go of the could-haves, the should-haves, and the would-haves. Today, I have 0, nada regrets. That's right, man. Millionaire Makeover. You can pick these flashcards up again. I do have these available in the store. Just go ahead and check it. Oh, man, I got to add it to the store. Inbox us if you want to get these things. $20, get your 21-day flashcards. That's right. You have something. You know how powerful flashcards are, by the way. I'm pretty sure we all grew up. We learned math off these things. We learned our ABCs off these things. Now we can learn how to change our thought process off these things. All right, man. Let's get right into it, man. How to be rich. This is our study of the day, how to be rich. It's a study from Mr. Compact Wisdom from the world's greatest wealth builders. And the question is, why not you? Everybody put it down, so why not me? If you don't have this book yet, why not? Okay? Why not? Right? You can get this book today. It's $15, by the way. I got about 8 copies left. You don't have the book yet? A $15 book that can change how you think about money, and you don't have the book yet? Why not? It's $15, and you don't have the book yet? Why not? Hey, let's get right to this thing now. Why not you? That's right. Why not you? Now, we're going to pick up here where we left off, man. Mr. Joseph Murphy has a few things to say about this, as we're talking about the attitudes that stand between us and money. the attitudes that stand between us and money. He says this, are you filling out your own pink slip? Are you filling out your own pink slip? He says, if you are working in a large organization and you are silently thinking of and resenting the fact that you are underpaid, that you are not appreciated, and that you deserve more money and greater recognition, you're subconsciously severing your ties to that organization. Think about that. You go to work every day, or wherever you go. If you go to work every day, are you constantly thinking that you're underpaid, underappreciated, you deserve more money, more recognition? Hey, subconsciously, you are working your way. You're filling out your own pink slip. You are almost out the door. You're setting a law in motion. And the superintendent or manager will say to you, we have to let you go. Actually, you dismissed yourself. The manager was simply the instrument through which your own negative mental state was confirmed. It was an example of the law of action and reaction. The action was your thoughts, and the reaction was the response of your subconscious mind. The action is your thoughts. Now, this is interesting because many of us just think that we think about what we think about, not realizing that what we think about is actually setting into motion a law of action and reaction. Now, I think some of us understand that we become what we think about most, right? Our dominating thoughts is typically where our life tends to lead. Let me ask you this. What did you wake up thinking about this morning? If I were to ask you this morning, right, as you arose, if you just waking up or whatever the case may be, I mean, what's the first thing that you remember thinking about this morning? It might have been the thought that popped you out of bed if you are on fire this morning. I don't know. But what thoughts really prompted you up this morning? Now, some of us, we woke up out of fear. Think about this. We woke up thinking that maybe something's about to happen. Maybe somebody is breaking into our home and it popped us up. We thought about this. Maybe it was a bad dream or a nightmare or something like that. Some of us woke up this morning and the first thought was winning, was victory. Oh man, I can't wait to go do this today. You excited about something. Looking forward to something today. Something's on your agenda today that you can't wait to do. You woke up thinking about it. Right? Well, what did you wake up this morning thinking about? That's a great question to ask. Dominating thoughts is where your life is tend to go. It tends to lead where you think about most. And if you think about not being at that job, pretty soon you ain't gonna be at that job. You think about not being appreciated at that job, pretty soon you're not gonna be at that job. It's just the law in motion. Everybody put the comments on in motion. It's just the law in motion. Good morning to you, Instagram Live. Mr. Tiasha Janae is up in the house. I ain't get that address. I was supposed to send something out today for your birthday. I'm waiting. All right. Julia Seta goes to talk about the penny pitching are never rich. The penny pitching, in other words, man, you cheap, you ain't gonna never be rich. No life can reach this plane of seeing and feeling opulent and creating an opulent atmosphere by allowing itself to go in old thought ruts where everyone speaks to it of poverty and undersupply. We cannot create wealth by pinching our earnings and holding on in fear of the thing we have. If we have only $1 and must spend it, we must learn to let it go as if we had 1,000 behind it. For we really have, when we know the truth of divine supply and subconsciously unite ourselves with it. We must learn to let it go. That's why the book says that he loves a cheerful giver. I was thinking about this yesterday. Mark Green said, I was thinking about, damn, I have to go to work. I was thinking about this yesterday. Now, yesterday was a tough day for me. Normally it's not that tough on a Sunday, but it was tough for me. And I worked hard and been out in the hot sun and, you know, made a little bit of money. And then I had a young lady come up. It's like, hey, would you like to donate? I was like, damn, I don't work hard for this little bit of money. She said, I would like to donate. Could you like to donate? And I had to think about it for a second, but she was like, donate. I was like, donate to what? She's like, donate to my dad's thing or whatever. I was like, sometimes you're like, I don't want to do it. I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. So I just moved into my wallet and my pocket where my little money was, and the first thing that came out, I was gonna give it to her. You know what I'm saying? And $5 came out. That might have been a little. I don't know if that was a lot or not. I just said, here you go. That was a tough day. It was hard. It was a little difficult to let go of that little $5 on a tough day. But I let that thing go. I let it go. And guess what happened? I packed up. I left. I was still like, dang, it wasn't as it wasn't the best day. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best. Came home, took a little nap. About 30 minutes later, I got a call from an unknown number. I got a call. Everybody putting down, so I got a call. Sometimes you get a call. I got a call from an unusual number. Well, answer the phone. I answer the phone. Thank you for choosing ERGJ Black Bazaar. This is Evan. How can I help you? On the other end of that call, it said, I picked up your flyer in this store. I want to know where you're located because I want to buy something. Oh, you ain't got the way. Where you located? I'll be right there. How long before you get here? 10 minutes. Because, I operate the spirit immediately. I'll sleep, but I'm getting my ass up, go get that money. Don't you know that call turned into $40? And I'm a big believer that I got that call because when the young lady came up and asked me to donate to her dance thing, that I let it go as if it was another 1,000 behind it. Let me ask you this morning. How many of you would be willing to give up $5 to get $40? Oh, let me say that again. See, that's called sowing where you reap. I didn't know it was going to be immediate return, but I let it go. And in essence, I keep teaching guys, I've learned, and I didn't want to think about this at the time, that I can't outgive God. And so I let $5 go, my hard-earned $5. I mean, I know y'all know what I'm talking about because y'all done been in a situation where you got hard-earned money. I let it go. And an hour later, I got back $40. Now, some of y'all might think it's just a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't believe it's a coincidence. I believe that I was set up to succeed. And I know that the good Lord, he was trying me. He always playing with me. I told him, stop playing with me so much, God. He was playing with me. We're going to see. Are you going to be about what you're talking about? Are you going to let it go? I let it go. And it turned, that $5 turned into $40. Now that's not 100-fold, guys. Let me do the math on this. That's $35. Let's do the math on this. This is God. Like I said, divine. All right, $35. Hold on. Let me try this again. $35 divided by $5. That's 700%. That's a 700% return on my decision to let it go. You understand? Now, I'm not saying it's going to always work that way. I'm just telling you how it worked yesterday. And I remember and recall, because the good Lord also said, he said, do you not remember? Oh, Jesus said when he's talking to his disciples, you don't remember the miracles? You don't remember how quickly we forget, how good God has been to us. Do you not remember? Now, Michael Jackson said it this way. Do you remember the time? Do you remember? We do not have this interior consciousness, and try to spend our last cent. When we do not have this interior consciousness and try to spend our last cent instead of being opulent, we have the hearts of cowards and beggars. We had better hold on to it, for no more dollars will come when we send it over such lines of connection. Now, I like this word. I like these big words. I like reading because I get to get these big words, and I think we understand. I mean, I kind of hear. But I like to go ahead and look up opulent. I mean, I just want to make sure that I'm sure that I understand what it is. Opulent. Opulent is characterized by or exhibiting opulence. That doesn't help us, right? But opulent just simply means opulent. Opulent, right? We add to our vocabulary. This is why I like reading. We add to our vocabulary. I'm gonna walk around talking to people. I'm opulent. How are you? Are you opulent today? Right? It's an adjective, describes something. An opulent attitude. It means wealthy, rich, or affluent. Opulent means wealthy, rich, or affluent. Opulent. I'm gonna put that up in opulent. I'm gonna put that up in that Instagram, that YouTube live. Opulent, wealthy, rich, or affluent. So now we can, let's just use some big words on them every now and then. Just throw it up on them. What is that? I don't know where it's wealthy. Okay. Hey, so I'm going to say counting and counting on competition instead of divine supply. It's Julius said it. And there are two avenues of transference to every life. One is the plane of competition, and the other, the plane of divine transference. We who come into the abundance of supply come under the laws of the plane of divine transference. And our banker is universal mind. Those who recognize lack and limited supply are on the plane of competition, and their bankers are people often as limited as themselves. On the latter plane, this power seeing opulently is as exact a law as on the plane of divine transference. An abundance of supply on the competitive plane is spasmodic. Oh Lord. One in which this year and poor the next. One is rich this year and poor the next. There's no peace or power of possession, but under the law of divine transference, we get, we have, and we hold forever. I like that. Under the law of divine transference. This is why the book says the wealth of the wicked, right, is laid up for the just. Eventually, it will transfer to the just. And it says once that happens, we get, we have, and we hold. Everybody put that in the comments below. We get, we have, and we hold. Now, we was talking last night on Mastermind Call. We was talking about this thing called we love competition, right? And competition is good and healthy, makes us level up and want to do better and be better and all that good stuff, right? But the competition versus competing as if it's the only versus understanding there's plenty for everybody. And we can transfer this wealth, transfer riches into our storehouse where we get, we have, and we hold forever. Can you imagine? Getting to the point, getting to the place of wealth where you have it forever. Warren Buffett forever. Bill Gates forever. That you have it forever. The plane of competition is the everyday world of cause and effect and the working out of getting and taking from ourselves and others. I got to make sure I highlight the spasmodic because this word here, spasmodic. The plane of divine transference is one of universal recognition of supply and the working out of our own and another's rights on the plane of receiving and giving. On these higher spiritual intellectual planes of consciousness, the lines never cross nor tangle, but each one runs directly home to the center of self, and over the same line on which we send out our inspired desires, there passes back to us the answers to our prayers. The plane of competition is where the majority of us are working. They're under the law of get and take, and eye for an eye, and tooth for a tooth. There are lives everywhere working under the old law of the plane of competition and sighing for the results which only the law of divine transference can give. They are like the chickens in this familiar story. A woman who had a great love for poultry decided that she would go into the chicken business. And she rented a small piece of land and gave up her time to the production of the finest possible breeds of hens. During the years with the fowls, she gained a great deal of practical, even metaphysical knowledge. In relating some of her many observations and experiences, she said chickens are just like human beings. They have the same desires and they make the same mistakes and suffer from the reaction of their ignorance just as we do. I never feed the chickens, but I find something to use as a lesson for myself. Whenever it is time to feed them, I take a huge pan full of many good things which chickens like, and placing it in the center of the yard, call them. Some of them are near, some of them are far away. But at the sound of my voice and call, they all come running pell-mell. Some of the hens which are nearest to the pan grab a mouthful of it and run away towards the corner of the yard. Others, seeing them with a piece of food in their mouth, chase wildly after them, totally ignoring my call and the full pan of food just before them. Before many minutes, all the hens are out in the farthest corners, away from the food, fighting and scrambling and tumbling over each other in their attempts to secure the morsel which was in the mouths of the few. Entirely unconscious of the big full pan of supply waiting just within easy reach. I see where she's going with this. Isn't this the way with humans? Someone gets a little supply. Everybody put in the console supply. Somebody gets a little supply out of the great universal pan. And then the blind beside them begin to struggle with them to get possession of their little bit without going straight to the universal source itself, which is always waiting, which is always full, and which is always free to them to come and take. Think about that. The universal supply. The place where there's more than enough for everybody. It's always waiting on you and I. It's always full for you and I. And it's free for us to come and take. The universal good awaits our turn with the same natural law that awaited the hens. When the hens got through struggling and no one had anything, the pan was still standing, waiting to supply in full the hunger and wants of those who found their way back. I have to call them back many times before they satisfy themselves from the pan and not from the bits they wrestled with from each other. Is it possible that the God of all, that this universe, which has, what is it, a million cows or something on a mountain, something like that? I can't think of that scripture right now. But he owns it all. And he's been calling you and I. Come. Right? He's been looking for the prodigal son. He says, if I got 99 and I lose one, I'm going to get the one. He's been trying to get us to come back to something that's been waiting. Something that is full. And something that's free. So I want you to think about this supply. I want you to think about it like a never-ending ocean full of fish. And you're hungry. And all you got to do is go fish. You got to go to the ocean or go to the lake or wherever, because it's waiting on you. It ain't coming to you. You got to go to it. It's waiting on you. It's waiting on us. We got to go to it. It's waiting. It's full. It has everything that we need. It has all that we could use and more. It'll never run dry. And it's free. It doesn't cost us anything but to show up. But the only thing it costs us is to come. Think about that. The only thing it costs you and I to get to infinite supply is to come. To show up, to be there. That's the only cost. It's waiting, it's full, and it's free. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. We've been going through the book, How to Be Rich. We're now complete with chapter number 6, which is attitudes that stand between us and money. Supply is waiting. Supply is full. Supply is free. My $1 billion mentor, my virtual $1 billion mentor simply says this, that price is what you pay, value is what you get. Right now, I want to think about the price you pay to be here, where it's waiting on you. Change the way you think. It's full. You can change as much as you like, and it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. But your time, which is the most valuable asset that you have. Now, just think about the price you paid to be here today, whether it's 30 minutes or 3 minutes, no matter how long you've been here. Here's my question. What value did you receive today? In other words, was this worth your time and why? What did you learn today? What's your takeaway today? How are you starting your Monday off thinking different? How is this making a difference in your life? Well, I'm just sharing with you some things that I've done to have some semblance of success. And what I've learned is what all rich people say that they do is read. But it's not just reading, I don't think. It's not just reading, it's what you read, what you decide to read. And I know that you and I, we have books on our shelf that can help us fix our problems, and we simply have not chosen to read those books or magazines or whatever it is. Choosing to read, choosing to do what most people choose not to do. What did you learn today? Well, guys, I'm super excited to move on into the next chapter. Also, I want to make sure as you guys are typing, I know I talk faster than you type. I make sure that you have the opportunity to join the Black Billionaires Club. That's right. You have the opportunity to do that. You can choose to do that today. You can choose to make a $20 decision to connect with people that will help you get to where you want to go faster and further. Go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, and click on Join the BBC. Also, if you're watching us here on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Right? Go ahead and hit subscribe so you know, so you'll know when we plan out these next live events or live broadcasts. You'll know when we're live. You'll know what's going on. You can be notified. That's where we're notified of when we go live, so you won't miss any of the episodes. Well, guys, I want you to remember this: that it takes a village, and it starts with us. It starts with the man or woman looking in the mirror and deciding they're going to be the change they want to see. It starts with us. Let's build, people. Let's build these bank accounts. Let's build these businesses. Let's build our community. Let's build each other. Let's do it together. We all we got. But guess what? That's enough. I pray to God to preserve each and every one of you, that as you woke up today with a goal, that you go out and crush those goals. And you will be able to meet again tomorrow, right here, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Until that time, you know what time it is. DJ, hit the music.